Hello Taurus, welcome to your January 2018 reading. I wish you a very happy new year, prosperous and joyful. I would like to take this opportunity to remind you or make you aware, if you haven't already done so, to have a look at my videos on the forecast for 2018, and that's there to help you month by month breakdown to see what energy you're working in and how to best utilize the energy that's available to you to achieve maximum results for 2018. That is a general reading. If you would like a personalized yearly forecast, then follow the link to my website and you can book for a yearly forecast for 2018. That offer is only available till the end of January. So if you're interested in doing that, I would not leave that too long to book in for a personalised yearly forecast. Also, if you would like to have a personalised reading, love, career, family, then you can also follow the link to my website and book a private reading from there as well. I might like to say too that some people are buying these things for readings for gifts, birthday gifts, celebration gifts. It's always a good idea to a nice surprise for someone as well. I'd like to thank you all for your likes, for subscribing to my channel. I'm really grateful and appreciate your comments that people are leaving as well, which also improves the connection with my subscribers, and it improves the quality of the readings because energetically there's a connection there. So I would like to thank you for that. Helps my guides come through with information for you which is beneficial, and I appreciate all of that. I would also like to thank the people that have booked in for personalised readings and yearly forecasts. It's been really nice connecting to my subscribers as well. So that's been a great opportunity to connect with you all as well. So thank you for that. Okay, let's get on with your reading and see what's in store for you. Okay, so in January, Taurus, I feel like there's a passage out of difficulties. There's a passage out of the what's gone on in the past. It has been a little bit difficult. There have been hurdles to jump over. There have been situations there that have needed your attention, and some of them have been heartfelt. So there's the heart chakra is a little bit of pain, shall we say. There is an ending of all of that. It's been, I feel like you Taurians have spent a lot of time in your head, a lot of time processing, a lot of time thinking about what you're wanting and where you're going. A lot of that's got to do with commitment. I feel like there's it's time to consider whether or not you want to make a commitment of whatever sort. Are you buying a house? Are you buying a car? Are you getting married? Are you having children, starting a family? Are you moving location? Whatever it is for you. But it's caused you to do a lot of thinking, oh, my guides are coming in and tickling me. Doing a lot of thinking about all of that as well. So you know that's what's going, and it's still here. So you're still processing it, but you're coming to some conclusions. It's coming to some conclusion now. So in January, you'll find that you're going to be getting some of the answers, and or some of those difficulties are going to be moving on as well. Okay, and it's about spending. I feel like you've got the Palace of Swords, and the Palace of Swords is swords are communication, headspace, mental thinking, processing, writing things out, communication over the internet, emails, all of that sort of thing, and that's what is crossing you in January. So that there is going to be you're going to withdraw into your head space to actually process what is going to be said. What are you going to say? How are you going to deal with things? What needs to be done? What needs to be put in place? So it's a lot of thinking, a lot of processing, but also communication. There's also communication, which is the underlying card here. You know, the Knight of Swords is about action. So once you've finished processing, you're going to be firing off emails, you're going to be making phone calls, you're going to be having Skype sessions, there's going to be this exchange, and a lot of it's going to be over some distance, some of it's going to be closer to home, but there's going to be a lot of communication concerning different issues that you've processed, that you've thought about. Okay, so that there's a lot of activity there. There's a lot of actually coming to some sort of conclusions about things in your life, about whether or not to make commitments, whether or not to take relationships to the next level, whether or not to make that big purchase, whether or not to change jobs. You know, there's those changes and that processing that you've undergone with all of that. Yeah, so, you know, you've been in your head a lot. You've been in your head a lot, I feel. But what is going to come from that? I feel what is going to come from that is you've got the Magician. And what is going to come from that is you're going to, through the thought processes, through communicating, through writing emails, through doing all of that, you're actually creating something new in your life. You're actually bringing something new in, whether it is your change in perspective, whether it is a change in how things are done, a change in a situation, a change in your job, a change in how you work. Maybe you're going to work from home a lot more, and there, hence the emails and things done over the wires. But it's something that you are going to create. You are going to create the opportunity to bring that in. You are going to create the opportunity to bring that change in, to have this new way of doing things. So it's something that you've created after a lot of thought, after some upheaval, something that's happened that's caused this upheaval, that's acted as a catalyst to bring in this review stage, this review time, these new ideas, and putting them into action. How am I going to bring this in? How am I going to bring this in? What's going to work? Your partner could be working overseas. I feel like some of you are going to have a partner that's working at a distance, hence communications and emails. And so what do? Do we take our relationship to the next level and bring each other back together, make some sort of decisions about all of that? So there's a lot of thoughts, a lot of decisions that need to be made with all of that. Okay, so you've also got, it's stuff, new ideas. So see, this is something that you've brought in from 2017. It's a way of thinking. It's thoughts that you've had previously, and you're bringing them into 2018. So whether at the end of 2017 you did all these reviews, and in 2018 it's like, okay, now we're going to put them into place. Now we're going to review them, because there's new ideas coming. They're going to come to fruition. There is someone at a distance, someone over water that you're dealing with, or a new job or a new idea that you're giving birth to. And that's something that you've been thinking about in the past, and you're bringing it in. So whatever changes you're wanting, whatever change in direction that you were thinking about, you're going to actually start doing it, bringing it into reality in January, okay, of 2018. But you're going to get yourself into a bit of bother here, because you're going to reach a point where it's going to be really hard for you to make decisions. You sort of crossing bridges before that you even get to them. You've sort of put yourself in a position of, oh, I can't make a decision, I'm really stuck, because you're trying to please too many other people. You're trying to please too many other people and you're losing sight of your original idea and intention. So in January, you're going to go through all of this. I'm really certain about what I want to do. Then other people are going to come in with their ideas and opinions, and you're going to get a little bit confused and a little bit stuck, a little bit unable to go further and think, oh, now what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? There's going to be some resistance around you. Okay, so there's people around you that are going to create resistance, but it's about how you, whether or not you take that on board. Okay, and if you do take it on board, it's going to create a stuckness. It's going to create your own little prison where you can't move. Okay, if you understand that people have their own ideas and opinions and stick with, this is what I want, this is what's good for me, not lose sight of your vision, then that is not going to happen. Okay, so be mindful of that, because that is, you're going to go through those stages in January. In January, you're going to have a hard time trying to keep the balance, trying to keep centered, trying to keep focused on what it is you want and your journey. So it really is about working at your inner peace, your inner direction, your inner guidance, and what you know is right for you. Okay, considering certainly people that are around you. There's somebody else that you need to consider here as well. Okay, but you will work your way through this. Okay, it's not something that's insurmountable. It is achievable. It's something that is achievable. So keep working at it and keep your balance. Don't work yourself up into a tiz and create this situation of getting stuck, because there's no need. Okay, so by the end of the month, you're going to start seeing your way through this and seeing how this can work. And you do change, you work it out. You work it out, and those doors open. Those doors, those pathways open for you. Okay, because you've worked it out and you've kept your balance. Okay, you know which direction you're moving in, which is really important for you. Success too, there's success. You sort of get this inner strength. I feel like at the beginning you're very focused, you know what you're doing, you know how to instigate these, you know how to put these ideas into place, and then other people seem to come in and create this bit of confusion and this bit of, things going around in circles, and you don't know which direction you're going in. That's created by other people. And then you find your inner balance again, you find your direction, and you know what you're doing, you know which direction you're taking, and that then gives you this inner strength to put those ideas into place, put those ideas into action. Okay, which is really important. So that's what is the progress of what's happening. And with all of that, there's a lot of learning. There's a lot of learning. You do come out of it okay. You come out of it victorious. You might think, oh, am I going to get out of this? But you are. And what has happened in this process is that you have learnt about yourself. You have learnt about your thresholds, how far you can actually push yourself and achieve things, how far you can stand up for what you believe in and carry it through, have enough faith in yourself. So there's this wisdom and knowledge that you've gained throughout this process. Okay, throughout this process. And you're going to come out of it feeling really good about yourself, having grown. You might also feel like by the end of January, I'm exhausted. Some of you are going to be exhausted and want to retreat somewhere. Either retreat into your own personal little cave and just not have anything to do with anyone, just shut down for a while, or actually go away on a small holiday or small break, a small getaway, or even just close yourself up at home and stay there for a couple of days to recuperate, to re-energize, to become the hermit. And becoming the hermit also allows you to still your mind, still yourself, and listen to that inner voice, which I feel like is important for you Taurians this month, okay? To really find that inner place, get that balance, and that helps you to get that balance back, okay? It helps you to get that balance back so that you know where you're headed. because come February, there's going to be a whole lot more action. So you need that the last week of January just to withdraw a little bit, just to retreat, and because you've got to last the distance in this commitment of whatever it is that you're undertaking. Okay, that's really going to be very important to you. I'm just going to ask on, what's the opposition here for you? What is going to oppose Taurus in these ideas? What is opposing Taurus? What's the opposition? What are going to be any of the hurdles on the road? Any of the hiccups? It's going to be you. You're going to be your own worst enemy if you're not careful, because you're a bit of a party animal. You're going to want to go out and party. You're going to want to go out and socialise. You're going to want to go out and be distracted. And it's not about distraction. It's about working on yourself, thoughts, thinking and processing, and that could prove a little bit difficult for some of you. And you're going to want distraction, so you want to go out, have invitations, because you're going to be quite social. A lot of people are going to invite you out, do things, and it's about finding that inner strength to say, no, look, I've got things I need to sort out. I've got things I need to put in place. I've got things that I need to do, and not be distracted by your wanting to socialise and party. That's going to be your own. There's a real contradiction there, isn't there? Here it is, go within, find that inner place, and here is, you wanting to go out and party. So it's really about working out where you want to be. Okay, so what I've done as well for all the signs is I have chosen a card out of this beautiful deck by Laura Bowen, which I've used before, another one of her decks. This is a saltwater deck, and why I've chosen the saltwater deck is because it's summer in Australia, and it's about ocean, swimming, water, sun. So I thought that I would choose a card from this beautiful deck for you, and what you've got is investment, oyster, investment. And the oysters are very patient little mollusks. They attach themselves to rocks or anything in the ocean, and that's where they stay. That's where they live out their life. And they filter water. They clean up our waters. They filter through water. And if there's any little grain of sand or any impurity that comes into them, they over time will create a pearl. They will coat it a little bit at a time with the same substance that's on the inside of their shell, and they'll coat it, and over years and years, commitment and consistent work, they will produce the most beautiful pearl. So it's about investing your time, your energy, your dedication into whatever plans, whatever changes you want to bring in, because over time you will reap the benefit of it. It's about committing to family, to children, to marriage, to a big investment like a house, car, whatever it is for you, your business. If you're starting up a new venture, it's about dedication, it's about commitment, and over time you will reap the benefits of it. You will have your own pearl from your efforts. So that's beautiful, isn't it? And it's so telling with what's going on with you this month, Taurus. So I hope that's been helpful for you. Again, if you would like a personal reading, please follow the link to my website and have a look at what I've got available for you. The yearly forecasts are only available till the end of January 2018. So if you'd like that, then please book that as soon as possible, so that you are assured of getting a place. Happy New Year, prosperity and happiness and love and fruition of all your wonderful ideas.